Marvel Rivals is about to be back in our hands, but the way and when to sign up is confusing, so I've got it all broken down for you to make sure you get your code for console, your code for PC, and new information straight from NetEase about how this is all going to work. What's going on, guys and girls? It's GhostRobo. Marvel Rivals is almost back again. Today they dropped the big news of when the closed beta will be kicking off on Steam, PS5, Xbox Series S, and Xbox Series X. July 23rd. So we're looking at just under a month. We're looking at about 3.5 weeks till this thing kicks off. And you can sign up now on console, but you cannot sign up now on PC, which I find to be bizarre. I wish they just do this very consistently, very easily, but they don't. Let me know in the comments down below which platform you plan to play on for this test. Now, based on what I've heard, if you were already in the Marvel Rivals Alpha on Steam, you will be in again on the closed beta. So that right there is the easiest. The next easiest is if you want to sign up for console, there is a link where you can fill out a form and they will send you an email to let you know if you've been accepted or not. Remember, there's like 3 times or more codes this time. They said they're going to have more codes after the beta opens up, kind of like last time, probably like Twitch streamer codes and friend codes and things like that. I really think this is their chance and their goal to get this in as many people's hands as possible and to really just expand the scope and scale of Marvel Rivals and to see how big it can grow, what their servers can handle, and what it could be. So far, they've done a fantastic job. I expect nothing less this time around. So make sure to fill out that console sign up right now. I'll put the link in the description. I don't think there's any first come, first serve nature, but at the same time, I do think they probably will pick codes from the beginning, unless it's a randomizer. I don't know. It might be a randomizer. Nonetheless, you won't hear back from them probably till about a week before the beta. The beta starts on July 23rd, which is a Tuesday. I would expect July 16th then to hear something like a week before, maybe as many as 10 days before, maybe, well, the 12th is a Friday, probably like the 15th, 16th, 17th. That would be my guess, the week beforehand. So I wouldn't worry until that time frame. I don't think they send out negative emails, just affirmative emails. So basically, like, you'll get an email if you get a code. You won't get an email finding out, like, you didn't get a code, but again, not going to be distributed for 3 weeks. The PC and Steam is weird because right now they're recommending that you wishlist the game and bookmark the page, but they say that you won't be able to request access to join the Marvel Rivals playtest on Steam until July 20th, which is very bizarre. That is the Saturday before the 23rd. So that's only like 3 days before the beta starts, and you have to wait till then. So do not forget, if you want to play on PC and you haven't already been a part of the alpha, you're going to have to remind yourself or set a calendar thing in your phone for July 20th because that is almost a month away. Consoles can get in now, PC can not. I recommend signing up for both. That gives you a better opportunity to get in. It gives you a better chance to play, and if you end up getting both, you can try it out on both, see what you like better, have it in more places. It's very addictive, so can't hurt to have a PC code and a, say, Xbox or PS5 code, or if you get in both, you can give one to a friend who maybe didn't get in or who didn't even know you needed to apply, or you just want to tag team up with you and play with you. So the beta will be back July 23rd. They're not saying, they are saying an end date. Okay, August 5th. So it's going to run for almost 2 full weeks, which is very nice. That's a significant amount of time and a great chance to sort of wrap the summer up with a bunch of Marvel Rivals, and I think it's coming in a perfect spot. There aren't many games at all releasing in July or the beginning of August, so Marvel Rivals can kind of dominate the conversation, allowing them to continue to build hype and momentum as they move towards launch, which I have to believe, given the scope of this test, is going to be sometime this fall. Now, they've gone ahead and listed everything that's going to be in the closed beta on their website, so we know the modes, the maps, and the characters, but they do tease that additional content, including events, tournaments, and live streams, will be unveiled in July. They say additional content. To me, events, tournaments, and live streams aren't really content. I mean, I guess they are, like, definition-wise, but I think of content as content for the game. So they announced that the game modes will be Convoy, Domination, and Conversions. The maps will be Yggdrasil Path, Royal Palace, Shin Shibuya, and Spider Islands. So will there be more than 4 maps? I think there will be. I think they will introduce that teased Wakanda map that they teased at the end of the last trailer, which was the Summer Game Fest trailer. where you saw Black Panther's feet. I think that map will get introduced probably a few days into or midway through the beta. Or maybe they'll announce it later in July as a marketing, note, and then it'll be available at the start. Character-wise, it's going to be the full roster plus Warlock and Venom, the full roster from the alpha. So we're looking at Adam Warlock, Black Panther, Doctor Strange, Groot, Hela, Hulk, Iron Man, Loki, Luna Snow, Magic, Magneto, Mantis, Namor, Penny Parker, Punisher, Rocket, Star-Lord, Storm, Scarlet Witch, Spider-Man, and Venom. A very healthy cross-section of the roster. In fact, probably most of the characters that will be there at launch. They're adding in Adam Warlock. They're adding in Venom. It seems like Psylocke could be an addition, maybe even later in the beta. I could easily see Psylocke dropping in to rep sort of the Spider Islands map. And then they can drop in the Wakanda map to introduce Black Panther. I don't know that they have anyone else from Wakanda based on the data mines. I don't think Shuri was in there. I don't think we saw anyone else really of that sort. And it's interesting because they did an interview talking about how they get these characters into the game. I guess NetEase had a bunch of people play the game over Summer Game Fest, which is odd because they just had that alpha, but okay. Wanted them to play it in person, probably talk to them. Sounds like NetEase actually has a ton of say in the characters they pick. They were talking about how they have a very collaborative relationship with Marvel, and a symbiotic relationship even is what Paul Ella, the head of production for Marvel Rivals, called it. Very touche, given that Venom is being added to the game. We're symbiotic at the moment with the game that we're making, and Marvel and NetEase games work with each other on a daily basis. They talk about how they have 85 years of history and over 9,000 characters to choose from. We look for characters that we feel will work well together, not only within the game, but the narrative we're trying to tell as well. Ultimately, though, and I found this to be interesting, they want it to be a fun game, and they say that they're going with fun over perfect balance. Now, I wouldn't get too overboard about this. I would not read into this and say they're going to make a lame, unbalanced, very one-sided meta-focused game. But they are prioritizing fun, and to me, what I read from that, what I read between the lines, is those team-ups and stuff are not going to always be perfectly balanced. I don't think they mean because people like Wolverine is going to be the strongest character. No, I don't think that's going to be the case. Or it's Deadpool month. Deadpool is going to be the strongest character for, his movie. I think if they just mean that, one, this is sort of their leeway to say it's not going to be perfectly balanced and it's always a work in progress. And two, it sounds like they haven't decided yet on how they're going to approach esports, and maybe they don't want to make a commitment to that. They say that they're trying to make sure the game is, quote, best in class before deciding to commit to something as esports. And in regards to balance, they said that perfect balance isn't really the end goal. What we really want to make is a fun and engaging game that the player will enjoy, that you want to come back to. Not because it's perfectly mathematically balanced, but because you had fun while playing it. The changes we make, all the tuning we do, will be in service of that. If one stagnant thing emerges, that's not fun. So of course we'll change that. Our goal is to make the game fun. And so again, I don't think that they're trying to make the game fun by making it broken or ignore a balance or ignore a meta or disregard that. I think this is a very crafted way of saying it's not going to be perfect, and especially given these team ups and some of the map interactions, we know that it's not perfect. I don't know that they're going to have the perfect balance amount of team pairings each and every season, each and every spot of the roster as it's revealed. And I think that's okay. You obviously get a boost from it, and I've been concerned about how that's going to work out, but as long as they have enough of them, and given that it is a team-based game, given that it is a 5-on-5 game, you can't just win with a duo comboing up. You do need the full team, and it's totally possible that 5 players without team-ups could beat out 5 players that have 2 team-ups or even 3 team-ups. I still think team-ups are going to be preferable, and I'm curious how they will balance in favor or against that. For example, if a character doesn't have team-ups, are they going to be given stronger stat lines? It seems like they are centering around fun and a lack of stagnation, which is great. We want the game to be fun, and we don't want it to be stagnant. If anything, a constantly evolving, changing meta does keep things very interesting. If they are willing to make regular updates, that's the best we can ask for, and that will lead to the best game and the best, most flexible and fun meta, because it will be changing and adjusting to the players and to the way that the scene is taking the game in, digesting the game, and then reacting to the game. Not just how the developers are, not just how the alpha is, not just how the beta is, but the game as a whole. It seems like they're taking a very holistic approach, a very wide cast net approach. They want it to be fun. They want to make the best game possible, and we'll figure out a perfect balance. We'll figure out esports at a later date. But we won't figure out when the beta is because we've already got that under control. July 23rd is when we're back in action under the Marvel Rivals banner. Like I said, console codes now. You can apply now. You won't get them for a few weeks, but make sure to apply now. Link in the description. PC, go bookmark the page on Steam, and you can wishlist starting July 20th. I think that's weird, but it must just be something the way Steam and Valve handle sort of their alpha signups, or how they allow their system to be used to take in a wide number of player emails and stuff. Maybe they don't want to deal with it across a month. They just want to deal with it across 3 days. Either way, it's back, baby. July 23rd to August 5th. Going to be a great time. Venom, Adam Warlock, and probably more added, as well as the new Spider Islands map and probably that Wakanda map. So let me know if you're excited to play, which platform you're going to play on, and have you already signed up for a code in the description and the comments down below. Until next time, everybody, thanks so much for watching. Drink some hot chocolate, and we will see you all later.